welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Connie. This week we are going to be doing a chicken broccoli recipe. So we're going to start, I've got my broccoli chopped up and I've got my chicken chopped up ready to go in. So I've got about a pound of chicken here. So it originally said to steam the broccoli, but I'm not big into steaming. I really prefer to roast it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven to start roasting while we start cooking the chicken. So it'll give a little bit more flavor. So we're going to just spritz that with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to use our Flavor God's Garlic Lovers seasoning. Give that a little bit of a garlic taste. You can tell Barb doesn't use hers as much as mine does. Mine flows a little bit more. And I've got my oven at 350 degrees. So I'm going to pop this in the oven. I have also already spritzed my pan that I'm going to be using for the chicken with a little bit of olive oil spray, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of chicken broth in here. That's going to kind of help us get a little bit of sliding around here, although this isn't one of our nice Hexaclad pans, so it does a really good job when you're preparing stuff with it. So we'll get this going. I'm going to throw the chicken in here. Whoop, maybe. And then with the chicken, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of my arrowroot. So that's what I've got here. All right, so we're going to put 2 tablespoons of arrowroot, and I'm just going to sprinkle that kind of evenly over that. This will help us thicken the sauce too with that arrowroot in there. And then we're going to put just a little bit of pepper. And a little bit of our Celtic sea salt. And then we're just going to be stirring this around here and browning this really good. And then we'll come back and we'll start adding the sauce that's going to go on all this. So we'll be back in just a little bit and show you next steps with this. All right, guys, we've got our chicken brown, and what I've done over here, I've mixed 3/4 of a cup of my chicken broth. I've mixed 3/4 of a cup of my coconut aminos, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, little garlic, little ginger root, and then to sweeten it, we put a little bit of our pure monk fruit extract in there. So that's what I've got in here, and I'm going to pour that in the pan here. And I'm going to start incorporating all that stuff together, and then once we get that kind of sauteed up, I've still got my broccoli cooking in the oven. So with that arrowroot with the chicken, that should help to thicken the sauce, so you don't have to add an extra thickener to it, which would be really nice. So we'll cook this down a little bit, and then we'll throw that broccoli in there and stir all that together. I'm probably going to do, you could either serve this with like a rice cauliflower and maybe a little bit of coconut aminos with that. I think what I'm going to do is do that hearts of palm rice, and then I'm going to add a little onion to it and saute all that together and serve that with this, or you could just eat it by itself if you want to. So a lot of different options with that. So we'll be back in a little bit, and we'll kind of get everything stirred up and together. All right, see you in a minute. Okay, guys, here is our finished product. So this is gluten-free, sugar-free. This is shape approved, so I modified it to make it for my shape people. With what we did with the rice, I just used the brown rice from Natural Heaven, and this is Hearts of Palm rice. I chopped up an onion, a small onion, and stir-fried all that stuff together, put a little bit of coconut aminos in there and a little bit of garlic. So we've got that over top the rice. So that's how we're going to eat this today. This is going to be a low-carb meal. This is going to be keto-friendly. So it fits a lot of different programs, and it's going to be really yummy. So for all your gluten-free, sugar-free cooking needs, make sure you check out Cooking with Connie, because we're creating new things every week. Make sure, make good choices this week, and see you soon.